Hare A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava ki jai, Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai, Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Adi Gaur Bhaktivinoda ki jai, Sri Sri Radha Krishna Gokavinath, Sham Kundra Kuniki Govardhan ki jai, Vrindavan Dham ki jai, Nandit Dham ki jai, Jagannath Puri ki jai, Gangavai ki jai, Jamamai ki jai, Tulsi Devi ki jai, Bhakti Devi ki jai, Salveta Bhaktivinoda ki jai. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. Gaur Premanande. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Jnanatimirandasya Jnanjanashavakaya Chakshurmilitam Jnana Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sthapitam Dehi Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kudavaikyam Dadati Shupadantikam Vande Ham Shri Guru Shri Jatavadakavanas Shri Guru Vaishnavasya Shri Rupam Shavrajatam Shagana Lalantam Vitam Stam Sahiva Sadvaitam Savadhutam Pravijanam Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Savagana Lalita Sri Vishakam Vitamshta Hey Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bhagavata Pradesha Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Takta Kanshana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Shishubhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Horipriya Manchako Patarukashta Kripa Sindhopyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vaishnava Gaura Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Yes, if you would please check your cell phone. Sabhi mobile band kijiye. Murti Shukalani Amin Tishtana Avatar Bhagavad Bhuvanesha Kentu Krishna Swayam Samabhava Paramam Pumani Govindam Adipurusham Tamanam Gajam So Krishna appears in Ananta Rupa, unlimited forms. Rama, starting with Lord Ramchandra, among whom Lord Ramchandra is very prominent. Rama Adimurti Shukala. The original person is Krishna. Of course, there's some discussion about this in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Some will say, no, Ram is the original. Some will say, no, Krishna is original. Or some will say, Narayan is original. Some will say Krishna is original. And at least in one place, Kaviraj Goswami says, we're not going to worry about this. Because it's finally they're Advaita. Advaita Machuta Manadi. Krishna is one person appearing in unlimited forms. Sometimes he's half lion, half man, sometimes a fish, sometimes tortoise, sometimes a king, sometimes a cowherd boy. But he's the same person. He's compared to a gem which, under different lights, appears to be of different colors. When I first joined ISKCON, I had a gold ring with an Alexandrite stone. Not a very costly stone, but anyway. But the quality of that stone, under some light it appeared bluish, under some light it appeared amber color. But it's the same stone, just seen from under different light. So Krishna is the original personality of God, and he's seen different ways, sometimes as a king, sometimes as half lion, half man. According to his pleasure, Sambhavami Yuge, he appears again and again. But he's always the personality of Godhead. There's a video version of Ramayana, which is which is the most recent version. I can't say very much about the production itself, but according to the blurb, it shows how a mortal, by his wonderful activities, valorous activities, became Bhagavan. So this is all foolishness. This is all foolishness. I trust that the production was better than the publicity write-up. But the publicity write-up is how a mortal person became Bhagavan by his moral and by his morality and his valor. So this is all rubbish. Natasya karyam karanam shuddhite. To become the personality of Godhead, the Lord doesn't have to do anything. He's always the personality of Godhead. Krishna, from the lap of his mother, was fully capable of killing the Bhuta Rakshasi. He didn't have to do any tapasya or perform any moral activities or anything. He's always Bhagavan. Similarly, Lord Ramchandra, always Bhagavan. He didn't have to do anything to become Bhagavan. He may appear in the family of Dasharat in the solar dynasty, but that's only his appearance. Janmakarma Chame Divya. His birth and activities are all Divya, transcendental. They have nothing to do with this material world. Lord Varahadev appeared from the nostril of Brahma. Lord Nrsimhadev appeared from a pillar. In this way, the Lord appears in different ways. But these are his transcendental pastimes. He's not obliged like us. We're forced to take birth according to our karma. But in Navami Karmani and Bhakti, there's no karma that ever affects the personality of Godhead. So when he appears, Sambhavami Atmamaya, he appears by his own free will. Lord Ramchandra appears on earth and he performs pastimes as an ideal king, Raja Purushottam. And very instructive also. Let's see. There's one verse. This is small. Thank you. Rakshotamena Rikavat Vipine Samoksham Vaideha Raja Duhitar Yapaya Pitayam Bratra Bane Kripanavat Priyaya Viyukta Stri Sanginam Gatimiti Pratayams Chachara. When Lord Ramchandra was in the forest and Lakshman was also absent, then Rakshatama, the lowest of the demons, Rakshasas, kidnapped Sita, the daughter of Vaideharaj, just as a tiger, Mrigavad, just as a tiger seizes an unprotected sheep, the shepherd is absent. So then Ramchandra was wandered in the forest with his brother Lakshman, as if very much distressed due to separation from his wife. Thus he showed by his personal example the condition of a person attached to women. Stri Sangina Gotimti. The Prabhupada draws various points from this purport. He quotes a proverb to the effect that when you travel, don't bring your wife. Too difficult to make all necessary arrangements. Of course, now things are different in terms of arrangements, but that's the aphorism. And another is that women should always be protected. Otherwise, what is that word? Asamaksham. If not properly protected, then there'll be difficulties. So the woman is to be protected in her childhood by her father, but in her youth by her husband, and in her old age by her son. This is the culture. whole duty of the Vedic. This is the duty according to Vedic culture. Atantra Mahasi, nine Swatantra Mahasi. According to Mother, the woman should never be left to fend for herself independently. She should always be under care and protection. And therefore, when Ramchandra went to chase after the deer, he instructed Lakshman, you look after Sita. And when Lakshman wasn't there, then difficult. And Sri Sanginam Gatimati. Sri Sangi means a person who's associated with women, or a woman. And that's another glory of Lord Ramchandra. Ekapatni Vrata. Man can marry according to Vedic law. Man can marry, especially a king, can marry many wives, as many as he can maintain. He's allowed to marry. But Lord Ramchandra married only one wife. You see today. But even that was trouble. Socrates was asked whether or not a young man could marry. And he said, whether he does or he doesn't, he'll regret it. Prabhupada cited a proverb concerning Dilika Laddu. And it's a famous Laddu available in Delhi. And if you get one, if you don't get one, you'll be sorry. Oh, I couldn't get it. And if you get it, you'll also be sorry. So rich, so too much. So this is the position. Those who don't marry, oh, I couldn't get it. They'll find a suitable wife. And those who marry will also regret it. Oh, I found a suitable wife. And now I have to pay for her. Now I have to, so many. Yes, actually, life becomes complicated. A man on his own has a very simple life. His expenses will be minimal. His needs will be minimal. And he can do, if he wants to go to any place, he can go in a moment by his own decision. But when he's married, then first of all, it's like having two minds, his own and hers, and two bodies also to take care of. And then the things expand, home, children, griha, kshetra, property, then relatives to be satisfied, family politics. So it gets to be more complicated. And one, how did I get here now? I was very happy. Now I've got a big house, I've got a big mortgage, I've got an employer who wants 14 hours a day from me. I've got taxes, I've got this, I've got that. That's the nature of family life. So many complications. But that's part of the Vedic culture. In the beginning, there's student life, brahmacharya. Then there's family life. And then there's retired life. I'm writing a book now about Manpastashram, retired life. It's taking too long to write, but there's about 20 installments already published on my website, Jayadvaita.info. those who have an interest can read something about Vanaprastha ashram. Vanaprastha ashram is meant for simplifying life again, so that one can have more time and energy for pursuing the ultimate goal of life. And in old age, our mentality changes, our stamina changes, everything changes. So the same man who, when young, may have been very enthusiastic to build up his network, build up his career, build up his finances, build up his everything, when he's older, doesn't want to do that anymore, because your body changes and the mind changes. And so the varnashram system accommodates that, or takes advantage of that, for providing the right activities for spiritual advancement in the other form of life. So these are a few points, and rather than speak on and on, I thought we could hear from Swami Jyoti Krishna Prabhu, and then maybe we'll take a few questions if there's still time. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Swami Jyoti Krishna, you can just stay there, you don't have to move. Maybe just turn toward people a little bit. Swami Jyoti Krishna Prabhu has been a member of our Bhakti Vedanta matter for many decades. In his previous life, his working life, he was a pharmacist. Now his son is married, and Swami Jyoti Prabhu was, since quite a number of years, retired and is engaged in Krishna conscious activities. His wife divides her time between cooking for the deities at Soho Street, Madhavandanishra, and the deities in Bhaktivedanta Manor, Anagokuhan. And every now and then she has a little time for Swami Jyoti, but she's mostly busy with those activities. And so he's getting out and about and speaking about Krishna consciousness, and we're happy that he's spending some time with us in America. Okay, you want to take this? You have maybe the microphone stand would be more comfortable. Okay.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Srimati Mahavishnu Kosmaya Maharaj Navami. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Srimati Guru Das Jayadvaita Swami Maharaj Navami. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Navami. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Prasharine Nirvishi Srinivare Pashta Visnarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasudeva Gaura Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So happy Ram Navami to everyone. You are celebrating today, and I saw there's a set of nice deities, Sita, Ram, Lakshman, Hanuman, very small deities. In fact, in the manor, we have a set of these deities. And today, Ram Navami, we dispose, we take the deities out today. And then also on Dashera Day. So 2 days in a year, the original deities come out for darshan. And there is also a boat trip. There's a lake in our temple. So we take the lordships out for a nice river cruise on the lake. Anyway, we can We can talk about Lord Ramachandra. There's so much to talk about. But I will refer to one particular verse which is in the Bhagavatam. I remember the verse because I used to live in 53, Life Road. So the verse, chapter is chapter 9, Canto 9, chapter 10, and verse number 53. So the purport to this verse by Srila Prabhupada is that we all want this Rama Rajya. We all want to be happy. We don't want any unforeseen circumstances to take over. We want to live happily. And we are so fortunate that Srila Prabhupada has actually introduced ISKCON, registered in ISKCON in 1966. He came in 1965 here. And I was so lucky to hear Maharaj speak in the Bowery, 22nd Avenue. And Maharaj was describing the early devotees, what they did and how important the book publications was. So it was such a wonderful, exciting lecture. Anyway, so Srila Prabhupada actually went through a lot of trouble coming from Calcutta all the way to New York, and for almost 1 year, there was no support. But finally, in 1966, he got good support, and his main aim was to publish books. That was his Guru Maharaj's instruction: preach to the Western world and print books. So with that focus, in the Bhagavad Gita there's a word called Vyavas Atmika. So he actually imbibed that word in his whole life. Whatever Guru Maharaj said, I want to do it. And this is the way to success. We have to approach Guru Maharaj, take his shelter, and follow his instructions. Life is very easy when you follow instructions. When you try and think, what does the instruction mean? Should I do it this way or that way or this way, that way? Then our life becomes complicated and we actually don't know what we are supposed to do. But if in doubt, ask the Maharaj again. I'm sorry, but I can't understand your instructions. Can you please clarify? And gladly clarify. Problem with us is that we have this either fear or we have a very high intelligence. We think we know what we are doing. So we don't surrender. But in life, if we surrender, then life is easy. That's my experience. So coming back to this verse, which I'm talking about, 9, 10, 53, those who have it, they can open on their phones. But basically, Srila Prabhupada is saying that if we just chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, is equally powerful that we all can live in Ram Rajya. So I thought that was a wonderful verse, in the Bhagavatam by Srila Prabhupada. So all we have to do is just chant Hare Krishna. And I've seen in the last week or so, I've been here in New York and then traveling to New Jersey. So you have nice Bhakta Vriksha programs. Prabhuji directed me after I took a nice bus. The bus driver was driving and I was just chanting. So it was so easy. And Prabhuji picked me up for the program. So I've seen that people are taking active part in Bhakta Vriksha programs. You're all getting together once a week on a Friday. I mean, this is very good. And you all get together and then chant Hare Krishna, talk about Hare Krishna, sing, kirtan, and then prasadam. Wonderful program. So I was quite impressed actually. You're all active members. So we are in Ram Rajya. This is my belief. We don't have to look outside. It is this crowd actually. We are all in Ram Rajya. So I'm very happy. I'm very happy. So we had a discussion about sabri. She was tasting the fruit, berries, before offering to Krishna. But she waited a long time. All of her life she waited for Lord Ram to come. Lakshmana was unhappy by seeing the incident, but Lord Ram, Lord Krishna, they have this devotion. They want the love, they want to see the love of the devotees. So they accept it. If somebody offers with love and devotion, fruit, water, leaf and flower, with love and devotion, he will accept it. Does anybody know the verse number? 926. 926. Do you want to all repeat after me? Would you like to repeat?
Yes.
Okay. Patram, Pushpam, Phalam, Toyam, Yo me Bhaktya Prayachati Tadaham Bhakti Uparitam Ashtami Prayat Atmanaha. If one offers me with love and devotion, Patram is leaf, Pushpam is flower, Phalam is fruit, Toyam is water. I will accept it. Okay, I will accept it. It's simple. Krishna is saying what he likes. So Sabri Mata was actually biting the berries and make sure it is sweet, and then she puts on one side only the sweet berries. So actually, but out of love she wanted Krishna to Ram to only have sweet berries, no bitter. So that was the love. And Lakshman on the other side was just looking at and saying, how can somebody offer, juta or berries? But Ram was so affectionate. Ram and Krishna are bhakta vatsa. Okay? They want to see the love of the devotees and reciprocate. So he was just interested in the love. So all the sweet berries were nectarian. So that's one example of a fruit. Yeah, we said he accepts leaf, water, and flower and fruit. So another example of fruit is the vendor who came to lick Krishna. Hands were very small, Krishna's hands. So that vendor, fruit vendor, wanted to give so much to Krishna, but hands are too small. But it was the love which Krishna saw in that fruit vendor, and then he accepted that fruit. He accepted the fruit. And the rest of the fruit, what happened to that? Does anybody know? In the basket? Yeah, it turned into jewels because out of love, he wanted to give something. Before that happened, the fruit vendor said, go and get something. And in England, there's a thing called bartering. You bring some grains, and I will give you some fruit. So Krishna, he saw the love of this fruit vendor, and he was bringing some grains. He got some from the market, and as he was walking up to the fruit vendor, most of it fell out from his hand. So she noticed this, that Krishna is trying to bring something. So the fruit vendor was very happy to give fruit to Krishna. And within a minute or two, when she looked behind in the basket, the fruit changed to jewels. So this is what Krishna does. If you give 5 pounds or $5 here, $5 to Krishna, Krishna reciprocates in a much bigger way. Yes? So anyway, that's one example of fruit again. Yeah. Anybody know an example of a leaf and water? Any idea? I will tell you.
Four commands.
Advaita Acharya. What did he do? Offered tulsi leaves and Ganges water to Shila and calling out loudly for whom?
Krishna.
Krishna to appear. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then appeared. Okay? So that's leaf and water. We've done the fruit. What is missing?
Flower.
Flower. Okay, flower, we just saw this flower. There's a person called Sudama. He was a florist. And again, he was making garlands for Krishna and Balaram. So that's a nice example. Here in the temple, in ISKCON temples, we make garlands for the deities. And so mothers who are actually making garlands, they should be very happy that they are doing it for the deities. So that's a good use of flowers. Yes? Okay, so shall we go back to Ramayana? And today is the festival. Do you have any particular questions or any comments? Then we can open the floor, and then maybe I'm not qualified to answer most questions, but then Maharaj can help out and answer. Yes, Gopal.
Thank you for bringing the reference of the verse from Bhagavatam. You mentioned the Ram Rajya. Srila Prabhupada mentioned Ram Rajya can be brought up with just by chanting. So can you please help us understand what is Ram Rajya? We don't know.
It's a good question. What is Ram Rajya? In fact, what is described as Ram Rajya is that nobody dies unless they want to die. That's one. There is no diseases in Ram Rajya, no diseases. So a bit like Vaikuntha. In Vaikuntha there is no disease. Yeah, there is no distress or happiness or this or that. Vaikuntha is Vaikuntha. What does that mean? Anybody know?
No anxiety.
No anxiety. No anxiety. Vaikuntha. So no anxiety there. So Ram Rajya, there was no anxiety. Everyone was happy. And when one person was not happy in the city of Ayodhya, Lord Ram did not like at all. He came in a disguise of ordinary person to check how are the citizens doing in my city. And then one person was not happy, so he then had to take action, because he was saying that I would not accept a wife who's gone somewhere, more than a night or something. Anyway, so it was not good for Lord Ram to hear. So immediately after hearing, he then went back to the palace, and Mother Sita and Lord Ram, in the interest of the citizens of Ayodhya, decided to part. Yeah? It is not the other way around, it is in the interest of the citizens of Ayodhya. Yeah? They both agreed that it is better that we part. Okay. Does that help with your answer?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Maharaj, you would like to add something? No. Any other questions? We are having a feast for Lord Ram behind me. I'm sorry. आप चेयर में कर दो. Okay. So where were we? Lord Ramachandra. Shall we say one Hare Krishna Mahamantra which will include Lord Ram and Lord Krishna? Shall we do that? Yes? Warm it up a bit? Yes? Okay, please repeat after me. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare. Okay, now what is your name? Ayanj, do you have a question for me? No? What is your name?
Yogesh.
Yes, I remember you, Yogesh. So, Yogesh, you are very intelligent. I saw the other day. So, today you must have one question. Just whatever you're coming in your intelligence brain, just speak out. Do you want the mic? For the... Okay, bolo.
What's the main cause of like Ram Navami's occurrence?
That's right. Repeat the question.
What's the main cause of Ram Navami's occurrence?
What's the main cause?
Yeah.
Maharaj, you would like to...
What's the
main cause for Ramayana?
what's the main cause for Ram Navami?
Ram's appearance.
Ram's appearance. So main cause for Ram's appearance is what?
Well, like when did Ram appear?
When did Ram appear?
Yeah.
On the 9th day of, I'm not very good at this astrology, but anyway, I think it's Chaitra Maina. Chaitra, yes? So 9th day of the Chaitra month, yes? And what is it called? Shukla? Shukla Paksha. So, if I understand correctly, it's the 9th day of the moon, when the moon is rising more and more and more. And then on Tuesday is Ekadashi. Yes? So after Tuesday, after 4 days, then there will be a Purnima. Am I right? So the moon is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And then on the 15th day of the moon, it will be Purnima. On the 11th day is Ekadashi. And how many Ekadasis are there in a month? 2. Okay, good. Two per month. And we are supposed to sort of fast from grains on those 2 days, yes? 2 days a month you fast from grains. So no toast or no bread, yeah? No chapati, no rice, no dal. Just, some nice, Maharaj likes amaranth. You can have amaranth, you can put it in milk or you can put it in water. You can have potatoes, sweet potatoes, mix that. And you can have morio, which is a substitute for rice. Yeah? Do you do Ekadasi? Sometimes. Oh, not all the time.
Like sweet potato, French fries.
Very good. Yogesh, you are very clever. I noticed you last time. Very clever boy. Okay, Prabhuji has a question.
When? What yuga?
Treta Yuga. You know there are 4 yugas?
Yeah.
Satya Yuga.
Kali Yuga, Satya Yuga, Kali Yuga, Treta Yuga,
Dwapara Yuga, and then Kali Yuga.
Yeah.
When did Ram take appearance? When is the appearance? Which Yuga?
Treta Yuga?
Treta Yuga, correct. Treta Yuga. Okay. And Krishna? In Dwapara Yuga, yes. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Kali Yuga. Okay. It's nice. It's nice. Prabhuji, you had a question?
So the Ramchandra Bhagwan is also the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Ramchandra Bhagwan is the Supreme Personality of Godhead and Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Supreme can be only one, right? Supreme. So what is the difference between Ramchandra Bhagwan and Krishna Bhagwan?
Okay. Somebody who is clever like Yogesh, do you want to take this verse out from the Bhagavatam? Ete chamsa kala pomsam. Anybody know? Krishna's to Bhagavan Swami. So in that verse, Srila Prabhupada is translating that there is one original person. And Krishna is to Bhagavan Swami. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This Ramachandra, Nrsimhadev, they are all expansions. But there are different expansions. There is a Lila avatars. So Lord Ram is a Lila avatar. Yes? Srila Prabhupada, in our view, is a Shakti Avesh avatar. He is empowered by Lord. There are Guna avatars. Mode of goodness is Vishnu. Mode of passion is Brahma. Mode of ignorance is Lord Shiva. Yeah? So there are different. But as Maharaj said earlier, in the Brahma Samhita, it is stated clearly, that there are different Lila avatars of Krishna. Yes? So Ram is same as Krishna, but we in ISKCON, we prefer to say that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead because he is in Brahma Samhita, referred to, and also this verse which I just said, Ete Chamsa Kala Pumsham. So that makes that Krishna is to Bhagavan Sahib. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is what we emphasize. Ram and Krishna are not much difference. It is same. If you want to call it that, it is same. Okay. They are both Bhagavan, Krishna. Even sometimes, Bhagavan is also allocated to Narad Muni and then also to Lord Brahma. It's a sign of respect. So that's why we call Bhagavan Ram. Yes. But the Supreme Personality of Godhead is Krishna. And we are members of ISKCON. So we should try and prove to everyone that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. 2-year-old little Saraswati. Do you know Saraswati? Anybody know? Son of? Daughter of Shamsundar and Okay, so that young girl on stage in Delhi, I believe more than 10,000 people turned up because she proposed there in a Pandal program. This young girl was called on the stage and asked, who is Krishna? Do you know what the answer was? Yogesh, you know the answer. The little girl, Saraswati, answered, who is Krishna?
The Supreme Personality of God.
God. So Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You want to repeat? Krishna
is the Supreme Personality of God.
You got it. You want to repeat? The one in the green shirt? Yes.
Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God.
Fantastic. It's so easy. No young girls decide no. Never mind. Maharaj, you want to add any comments? Or?
That Bhagavan is
That's all, I think.
Eka Brahma Dvitiya Nasti. There's only one absolute truth. So Bhagavan is only one. Not that there are many different Bhagavans. But that one Bhagavan appears in different roles. Sambhavami Yuge Yuge in Bhagavad Gita. Or Eternaya Sadhana. I appear again and again. Sometimes he appears as Ram, sometimes he appears as Nrsimhadev, sometimes as Vamandev, sometimes in other forms. But he's the same person. Just in different roles. Sometimes he's a king, sometimes he's half lion, half man, sometimes he's a coward boy, but he's the same person. Not that there's one person who appears as Ram, another person who's the same person, but performing different roles. Just like, you know what is a repertory company? No. The dramatic company, drama troupe. On Tuesday they'll do Hamlet, or January they'll do Hamlet, in March they'll do another play, June they'll do another play. So the same actors are playing the roles. But one time he's Hamlet, another time he's King Lear, another time he's this person, that person. Actually, he's the same actor, but he's appearing in different roles. Or the king or the president, to say the king. In the morning he appears and he is the husband. But then he goes into the court and he's the king. They play with the wife, he's friendly, but in the court he's regal, because he has to play different roles according to the time, the place. So this is Krishna or Bhagavan. He's appearing in different ways and playing different roles, just to capture everyone. Someone wants to see a king, someone wants to see a tortoise, someone. So Krishna is appearing. And not someone, but he'll astonish everyone by playing so many different roles. That's Bhagavan. But not that he's two different people, he's the same person. But appearing wonderfully, different dress, different features, different activities, different nature. Is that okay? Even Krishna, when Brahma, you know the incident of Brahma stole all the cows and boys of Krishna, you know that? So then, what to do if we just go home at the end of every day? Krishna goes home with all the cows and boys. Now today, if he just goes home by himself, then what will happen? All the mothers of the boys will be in so much distress. Where's my son? Where's my son? So then Krishna just appeared as all the boys. He took the role of each boy. And each boy had his own individual character. If there's one boy who was a little chubby, then Krishna took the role of the chubby boy. If there was one boy who was a little thin, then Krishna took the same features, thin. If one dressed this way, then Krishna was dressed that way. So at the same time, he was all the different boys. And the parents were more captivated. Oh, my son has become so nice, because they were all Krishna. So sometimes Krishna appears in many forms at once. He's dancing with all the gopis at once, and each gopi is thinking, Krishna is dancing with me, because Krishna expanded in so many forms. So sometimes many forms simultaneously, sometimes one at a time. But this is Krishna. We can only appear in one form at a time. Krishna appears actually in all the different universes. Someplace Lord Ramchandra is appearing now in one universe. And just like the sun, a few hours ago we had the sun above our heads. Now the sun has moved on. He's appearing over the heads of people in Los Angeles maybe. And the sun will move further. Same sun, but he's appearing in different places at different times. So this is Krishna, he's acting similarly. Is that okay?
Hare Krishna. One question from... Okay.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. You mentioned about
Sorry,
surrender.
I closed it. No, it's open.
Prabhuji, you mentioned about surrender. You said that it's easy and you just subdue your intelligence. So do you have any recommendation? How do we subdue our intelligence and just surrender? As in, when life goes well, everything is stable, it's easy to be filled with gratitude, but when life throws difficulties at you, it is very difficult to surrender. So what are some recommendations, like to surrender to the will of the Lord and just accept whatever is happening in your life?
Very good practical question. We are all of us are having problems. We are, whether we are in ISKCON or not in ISKCON, every day is a problem. So, you want to know the solution, correct? Okay. My view and my experience has been that any problems I have, I tend to have one friend who I can ask confidently, in confidence also. Yes? So, your problems you can discuss with him or her. If they are senior to you, then that would be better because he has more experience in spiritual life. Then he can, if he can answer the question to you directly, give some advice, I would take that. In my case, I had His Grace Shrutidhamma Prabhu, very intelligent and very considerate. He could answer any question, generally. But in case if he could not answer, then he would refer me to one of the Maharajas, Swami. Or he would ask them and then get the answer. So in our day-to-day life, I believe most of you are in some mentorship or some degree of seniority somewhere. Yes? No? But if you don't have, then you ask your temple president or vice president. Be friendly with them. Because when you are friendly with somebody, you can divulge information. And there are 6 exchanges in the Nectar of Instruction. You know that. You can exchange gifts. You can exchange prasadam, isn't it? You can feed each other. And you can inquire confidentially. Yes? So you can reveal your mind to him. But it has to be a close relationship. You can reveal your mind. So that can help you. But I'll ask Maharaj to add whatever Maharaj says.
Good answer.
You sure?
Reveal your mind to somebody you like. Make friends, at least one friend. Everyone should make one friend. It's easy. You can discuss slokas. You memorize slokas. Okay? I hope that helps. Any other questions anywhere at the back? Well, sitting very nicely and comfortably.
There's this understanding and confusion that Krishna and Ram are not the source. Vishnu is the source, and through Vishnu all the avatars, which is true, but not Krishna. So the understanding, all of them have, in fact, just yesterday I was asking about correction, the day before yesterday, that we see or we've heard always that Vishnu is the source, and Krishna and everyone are incarnations. So who's the supreme Vishnu is? How would you explain that?
Thank you. Very good question. It's quite a common question. Who is more supreme, Vishnu or Krishna? Basically, I think it is definitely in the Bhagavatam that there are 64 qualities which Krishna has. Vishnu has 60 qualities, 60. Yes? So that would be a good answer to give, that whoever's got more qualities, 64 out of 64, he has to be the winner, Krishna has got all 64 qualities. Has anybody been to Ujjain here? Have you been to the Sandipani school? Oh, not yet. You just went to Ujjain temple. Anyway, I was fortunate to go there, and then we were shown around Sandipani school. And if you go there, you will see 64 different arts and sculpture, but art mainly. So each day, Krishna and Balaram learnt one art. So in 64 days, they finished their education. That would take years, for anybody not Krishna and Balaram. So it's worthwhile going to Ujjain. also see this, and then that will give you more clarification that Krishna and Balaram, they are Supreme Personality of Godhead. And Vishnu has only 4 less, but 16. So he's below Krishna. So I would say, and then quote these verses from Brahma Samhita, and the one I said, Ete Chamsa Kalapomsham. Bhagwan, Sri Bhagwan to Swayam, yes? Krishna's to Bhagwan Swayam, yes? So that clarifies, that gives you power from Srimad Bhagavatam, that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. I think that would satisfy most people. What do you think? Is okay? Maharaj, again, would you like to add something?
No, that's the verse that Srila Jiva Goswami puts as the prime evidence. Ete Chamsa Kalapamsa. There's a list in Bhagavatam, principal avatars, Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Nrsimha, and so on. And that list, Krishna and Balaram are also there, Ramchandra is also there. But the Bhagavatam says all of these avatars are part of the personality of Godhead, or part of a part, but Krishna's tu Bhagavan Swami. Krishna is the original personality of Godhead. Question settled. But I mentioned earlier that in another place in Chaitanya Charitamrita, although Kaviraj Goswami cites the same evidence, makes the same point, but in one place he said, some say Ram is the, Narayan is the origin, some say Krishna is the origin. Doesn't make much difference because they're the same person. So, we don't need to fight a battle. Ram, no Krishna, no Ram, no Krishna. Or the Narayan, no Krishna, no Narayan, no Krishna. First thing is that there must be a personality of Godhead. Most people don't accept that. They'll accept, yes, Ram, Krishna, Narayan, then Shiva, Ganesh, Devi, all same. And they'll go for some impersonal absolute. But in Bhagavad Gita, Mata Parataram Namyat Kinchit Asti Janatra. There is no truth higher than me. Aham Sarvasya Prabhu. I'm the source of everything. Brahmano hi pratishtaham. Impersonal Brahmas lying, resting on me. So in this way, first thing is to understand that there's God. So many are hidden atheists, actually. Everyone is God, there's so many gods. And when there's so many gods, then no one's God. And that's how we like it. No one's God, then I can also be God. Everyone's his own little God. But we have to take things from Shastra, from Bhagavad Gita, from Bhagavatam, from Puranas, Upanishads. So we take the conclusion, Krishna's tu Bhagavan. Krishna is the original. But if you want to take Narayan, all right, we're not going to, because he's also Krishna, just in a different role. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Maharaj.
So what are our instructions?
We have a drama now.
Oh, okay.
So,
in any organization, their dramas better when they're planned and staged.